Like, to many people, you'd look at that and think, there's nothing there, mate. Why are you traveling 6 hours from home to go there? But the fact that there's nothing there, or the fact that it is so different than home, is what makes it so special. Like, this has got to be one of my favourite campsites I reckon I've been to. Like, just camping on a salt lake, that's what having a four-wheel drive is all about. Sometimes the trips you least expect end up being the most memorable. And this journey to a little known place in the desert is just that. We have travelled over 6.5 hours to reach this location. Hidden in far northwestern Victoria lies our state's second largest national park. Here, sprawling pink salt lakes meet endless mallee scrub, creating a landscape unlike anywhere else in Victoria. And our mission there is simple: explore the entire thing in our four-wheel drive. Alright, welcome back to Aussie Arvos. We've got the 80 series out, I've got Anya in the passenger seat, and we are heading to a very, very exciting place. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. It's like polar opposite of anything we've done recently. It's called Murray Sunset National Park. Arriving late in the evening, we were welcomed to a spectacular showcase of just what this place has to offer. This is Sunset Country. And we had the next few nights here to discover what it was all about. Alright, so we've got a fair bit to explore over the next few days. The first thing we're going to do though is air down. So we're going to air down to 22 PSI as we're doing a fair bit of sand driving while we're up here. So we'll air down. I'm also going to soften up the suspension just to get us the best ride possible. And then from there, we're going to start hitting our spots. So we've got a heap of cool places to go, a heap of cool things to do. I've been waiting to go to this place for so long, so I think let's just go, get straight into it. I already see a lizard on the road, lizard straight in front.
Oh, yeah.
The coolest part about being up in the desert is there's so much wildlife up here. Just like here, we're driving along on the road. I think it's some sort of dragon lizard. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know my nature that well yet. But the coolest thing about it, you can just see so much. It's so much less dense compared to the high country. Like, you can see a lot more of the wildlife and just so much different variety. So anyway, I want to get a photo of this guy. That is just the coolest thing ever, seeing him run along the road like that. Alright, well, one lizard saved. Let's keep moving. Another one? That's another lizard, Anya. That's literally another lizard.
I feel bad for them.
Another, oh, that's shingleback. Is that a different type? So that's incredible. Within 5 minutes of being on the track, 2 lizards, 2 different species of lizards. Oh, Anya, look out to the right.
Pink lake.
That looks unreal.
It's so sparkly where the salt is.
It actually does look pink though.
Yep.
Like proper pink. It's a pretty cool looking lake, it looks sick. So, I was asking Anya, why is the Salt Lake pink? I thought, oh, like, is it red because of the dust? Is it red because, you know, the landscape out here? But you were saying it's actually red because of an algae.
Yeah, and the algae like secretes a little red pigment.
And then she said there's a little shrimp that lives out here and eats the algae.
And then the birds eat the shrimp, so that's nice.
Tastes like salt.
Apparently, this lake is 800 times saltier than the ocean. 800
times?
Yep.
Yeah. So after visiting the pink lake, we got back in the car and headed off into the 4x4 only section of the park. All right, we're out in the sand, Anya. So this is probably your first desert experience, Anya. What are your initial thoughts on it?
Not much water, eh, Patrick?
There's not a lot of water out here, no.
But no, it's really nice. The sand is awesome. I guess it gets more dusty in summer, but driving on it feels very comfortable.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like a really nice cleared road, very flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. So a lot of the bushland you're seeing around here is mallee, or what they call it, mallee scrub.
they're shorter eucalyptus trees. And instead of having like in the high country when they have a massive trunk in the middle, the root system is predominantly underground. So it's like a big bulb underground. And that means when there's bushfires and stuff, it can actually regenerate and recover itself, because otherwise they just wouldn't last out here. So they've sort of been, I guess, evolved to, you know, adapt really well in this harsh landscape. There's just hundreds of them out here. It's why they call it Mallee country. It's like, it's just keeps going and going and going, which is funny because when you think of a desert, you don't really think about like, oh, trees and greenness. But in Australia, yeah, there is.
In fact, Murray Sunset is home to over 600 species of plants and over 300 species of birds.
Anya just told me a stat too, that there's apparently more lizards in Murray Sunset than any other part of Victoria. So, pretty cool. And another fact for you guys too, Murray Sunset is the second largest national park in Victoria. It's 600,000 hectares in size, so it's absolutely massive. And since Anya and I are out here alone in the desert with no other support vehicles, you might wonder what you sort of bring in case something goes wrong. Obviously, spare parts is one, having the right tools to repair your car. This car hasn't had the best of luck recently. We've had a few issues, but I was still confident enough to come out this weekend with Anya and do some forward driving. Now, if there is other accidents, you know, medical accidents, we do carry first aid kits, snake bite kit. Anya's a nurse, so she is quite able to do all those stuff. I need to get better. I should probably do a first aid course realistically, because I don't know a heap.
It really bothers me that if you had a cardiac arrest, like you'd have a chance, but if I did, you would just watch me die
I know.
Press at my tummy uselessly.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I need to get better at first aid. But apart from that, I've also carried back here always my emergency PLB, personal locator beacon. I've mentioned this a few times now in videos, but I always think it's a worthwhile kit to have, especially if you're like me, you do a lot of solo stuff. Basically, it's a little emergency beacon, you press it, it sends location to like the emergency response people up in Canberra, and they'll know something's going on. It's a life and death situation button, so you don't press it otherwise unless it's life and death, but it's just a really good thing to know that's in the car in case we had a car accident or whatever, or you know, we did get stranded in a really bad spot and no one came for like a week. It just helps. And then I guess the basic stuff apart from that is just, you know, let people know where you're going. So I told Liam, if I'm not out of here by Tuesday, come and start looking for me. So
I think Liam said he wasn't that keen to do a 7-hour drive or
Liam's
6-hour
like, don't
drive.
bloody break down out there. I'm not coming to get you. So, but yeah, just those basic things. Be smart about solo traveling, especially somewhere like a desert where, you know, there's not really any fresh water around, is there? So it's quite a dire situation if you do have a bad accident or breakdown or something out here. You're a long way from help. So yeah, keep those things in mind and you'll have a great trip. So I've just turned off the main drag onto a smaller track, and this is going to take us out to a place called Rocket Lake. Whoa, what the hell? That is huge.
It must be fantastic when it fills up with water.
Yeah, it must fill up from time to time. That's a huge lake. Wow.
Lucky I brought my bathers.
See, maybe I'm alone or strange, but like I really love the desert. Like, I wouldn't want to be here in summer, don't get me wrong, but like, I love the landscape. Like, it's just so cool. This just fires me up to do like a Central Australia trip. Like, oh, it's just, yeah. Like, to many people, you'd look at that and think, there's nothing there, mate. Why are you traveling 6 hours from home to go there? But I feel like the fact that there's nothing there, or the fact that it is so different than home is what makes it so special. Yeah, I really love it out here.
This is just
It is, it's
place.
really lovely, it is. Which you wouldn't really suspect it. Like, looking on satellite, like, it's lifeless desert. But then you get up here and you go around on the foot and in the car and you're like, wow, it's actually like alive. Like, there's so much stuff going on.
There's wild goats, There's literally wild goats up there, Pat. You didn't even get to hit
We just
record.
saw 2 emus come in front,
They
like, pulled out right in front of the car. But just, that's the thing, there's so much wildlife out here. You go around the high country, and obviously the wildlife's there, but it's so dense you can't see it, right? But out here, you're just like spotting kangaroos, emus, this. It's just everywhere. Like, it's so cool.
So we kept on following the track until we reached our campsite for the night.
Now, obviously, the reasons for coming out to Murray Sunset is to see stuff like this, but there was also another reason why I wanted to come out specifically to this location, and it involves using this. It's a second-hand telescope that I got given to me, and it's got a few broken bits on it, but it works. So the plan is to be able to sit out in this salt lake tonight, point this up at the sky, and hopefully see some awesome things. Because up here in the Murray Sunset National Park is actually ranked 1 or 2 on the night sky scale, which is like a scale out of 10 basically. 1 or 2 meaning it's the best type of night sky you'll get, just because obviously no light pollution. So it should be an awesome night. It's like clear as day, so no clouds around, so we should have perfect visibility, and yeah, hopefully you can see some stars. Thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of how the bedroom's going tonight. It's gonna be one hell of a sleep. Very nice view up there of the salt lake, which will be awesome. Might even have the star roof open tonight for some stars. But yeah, what a spot. Like it's gonna be awesome waking up here tomorrow, and obviously tonight when we see those stars all come out. But yeah, it's gonna be sick. All right, so I've just mucked around with the telescope, set it up. I think I got it right. Changed to the appropriate t-shirt for the occasion. And yeah, we're ready for our space night. So actually, this is probably gonna be the highlight of the trip, to be honest. So all set up, sky's looking beautiful. Now we'll just wait for it to get dusk. Now obviously being called Murray Sunset, it is known for its pretty incredible sunsets. There's not heaps of clouds out today, so we'll see how we go. But like, just the color is just incredible out here. Like this time of night is just like dusk. It just is so pretty. And yeah, all the colors out here are just gonna be absolutely incredible. So there's no one here. Completely empty. So good. All right, so it's time to cook some dinner, and along with the theme of this trip, we're doing obviously space theme. So last night was what, space snags?
Space snags.
And then we had the planetary platter, the Savo, and now we're going to be making planetary pizzas. So we're not going to show you how to make a pizza because you know how to make a pizza, but what I did want to show you, and which a lot of you might not realize, is you can actually make your own base so easily just using, what is it, flour and yogurt?
Flour and Greek style yogurt,
Yeah, so we're going to show you how to quickly make a pizza base with literally nothing in your car. So let's get into it. These will be the best tasting pizzas you'll have. And I have to say, like, what a freaking spot to cook. Like, this is gonna be one of my favorite campsites I reckon I've been to. Like, just camping on a salt lake, like, it's just beautiful, and no one's around, so it's bloody awesome. And the best thing is too, we're gonna be making these pizzas on the campfire, so they're gonna be proper campfire cooked pizzas and planetary pizzas. I'll make sure to mention that. So it's literally self-raising flour, Greek yogurt, and then mix.
Yeah, you like knead it. Oh yeah, and this space, we don't have to like pre-cook it or anything. We put all of our ingredients on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just once you got your base made, throw all your ingredients on top, straight in the camp oven. I just reckon too, the sound of the camp oven, like the sound of a camp oven lid going down, is like the best sound ever.
Yeah.
So with our pizza in the oven, we turned our heads to the skies.
All right, I've got Mars and the telescope on you.
Really?
It's very small though. If you have a look through there.
A little yellow planet.
Yeah, so that's Mars.
Oh, so cool. He's moving. Yeah, he's going out of frame.
They're moving fast.
How fast do they have to wiggle?
Well, it's just you're seeing, like, I mean, it's really our planet that's spinning as well. It's like, it's kind of trippy. Like, we're spinning, like they're moving around, everyone's moving around. It's kind of crazy. Let's see what we're doing.
So that's like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, 20 minutes cooking. Oh, it looks pretty good.
That looks done.
I reckon that's done, Anya.
One.
Go. Yes!
That's awesome. Look, it's not even that burnt.
Mate, this is what they call a gourmet wood-fired pizza, Anya. This is like, it's meant to look like this.
That actually looks fine.
That looks freaking awesome.
Let's just check. That's not
burnt. That's good. That's good.
How did that not burn? It didn't burn.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
So we enjoyed our planetary pizzas
Yum.
before setting our eyes back to the stars.
All right, you guys probably can't see me very well, but you hopefully should be able to see all the crazy amount of stars that are behind me. So tonight's night sky is incredible. The moon's not coming up till about 2 a.m, so we've got plenty of night dark sky in front of us to check out. And yeah, we're just gonna point the telescope around, check out some things. But yeah, what a sky, and especially being out in the salt pan like this, you essentially have 360-degree vision up here. It's incredible. So yeah, let's get the telescope and start looking at some things. All right, so we're out on the Salt Lake. Now, before you go spotting planets, doing all that stuff, and this is actually not even related to space stuff, but this is just good knowledge to know, is how to find south, because obviously you need to know, what direction is gonna be what. An easy way to do that is, of course, with the Southern Cross. Now, all you gotta do is look at the stars. You'll spot the Southern Cross, which you all know, you're all Aussie, you know what the Southern Cross looks like. So you can see that one just there, and then above it, you'll see these 2 pointer stars. Now, to find south, all you're gonna do is do an imaginary line from the tip of the Southern Cross all the way out to infinity, and then you'll do an imaginary line from the middle of the pointers, perpendicular, so all the way out infinity. Now, where those two lines meet, that is the celestial pole. So all you gotta do from then is do a line straight to the horizon, and that is dead south. Pretty much. It's fairly accurate, and the best thing is anywhere in Australia it works. So it's yeah, perfect navigation. It's how all the old ship like sailors used to navigate all of the Southern Cross. So I guess that's why it's so important. It's why it's on our flag to this very day. But yeah, there you go. Next time you're out in the bush at night time, you can find south very easily. So Roger and I just gone for a little walk around the Salt Lake, and we're just kind of both blown away about how much you can actually see, like on it from the sky. Like, it's incredible. All the stars, they just all light up, and like you can clearly see the whole galaxy going over our heads now. The Milky Way, all the stars. It's incredible. Now, another thing that you might see, Anya, the camera might not be able to see it, maybe in some of the time lapses, but see how it looks like there's 2 sort of clouds in the sky?
One there and one there?
Yeah, they're not clouds. They are other galaxies that are alongside our Milky Way galaxy that are also orbiting next to us. And that's the thing, you gotta remember, like, each of these galaxies have like millions and hundreds of millions of stars inside of them, which then of course have planets orbiting them as well. So it's really keeps going.
This is when we have a panic attack.
I've actually got something that can make you even more panicked. Hang on, let me show you. So if you want to like put things in perspective and just how much there is out there, NASA put up a telescope. This is back in like the 90s, called the Hubble telescope. You might have heard of it. Basically, yeah, they put it up there so they could point out into very dark patches of space and sort of see what's out there, right? So they took the telescope, they pointed it at probably the darkest section. They thought there's nothing, you couldn't see anything. And this little section they pointed at out there, it was the size of like a grain of sand at arm's length. So I'm talking a really tiny speck out there, right? And this is the photo they took of this.
Wow.
Now, you look at these aren't stars. Every single one of these is a galaxy. A galaxy. A galaxy. Right? So to put that in perspective, hundreds of millions of galaxies in that one photo. And that's just a tiny section of the sky. So like the whole universe is just full of so much we don't know. And that's why it's like pretty incredible to like come out here and look up at it all and sort of see, because...
Shooting star! Did you miss that?
I did not see.
I just saw one.
Really?
It was awesome.
Look, I'm sure the camera might have got it just.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't worked it out already, I am a big space fan. I really love, all the moon landing stuff and the NASA docos and everything. And I will actually recommend, if you are interested in any of that stuff, there's a really good one called In the Shadow of the Moon. It's got all the ex-Apollo astronauts on there. They're talking about how, it just changed their life going out there around the moon. Like, it's pretty full on to leave Earth, and they were the first people to ever do it. So I highly recommend watching that documentary. And if you want to learn more about all the other missions they did, because obviously there was Gemini and Mercury before that, you watch the docu called When We Left Earth, and it's about the NASA missions, and that is just incredible. What they were doing back there in the 60s, like where they were taking man, how, like, it blows my mind every time that we even went to the moon and that we had the guts to go and do it back then in the 60s. It's incredible, really. So highly recommend them. As soon as you finish watching this video, go watch those 2 docos. They're bloody awesome. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, gives you an appreciation for it. All right, so now it's time to actually have a look at a planet. So I'm gonna turn this around and we're gonna scope up Saturn, because that is very good visibility right now. You'll see it is that one bright one directly out in front of us. So we'll get the telescope set up. Oh, that's it. Holy crap. So visibly see its rings.
So cool seeing the ring.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like, you know, it's real when you actually can see the planet, you see the rings.
It's like, well, it can't possibly be a star.
Well, that's all real. I'm not being fed lies from NASA. It's actually there. When you can look it through your own eyes and it's literally going in there through the telescope into your eye. You're like, no, that is a random massive planet with a massive ring around it and it is real. It looks alien, that's what I'll say. It looks bloody alien. Well, that was an awesome experience. Seeing Saturn with my own eye is something I'm never gonna forget. That's pretty freaky. Unfortunately, there's not too many other planets out tonight. There's a Milky Way and the stars look great, but all the other planets are hidden. I think it's gonna be so just sitting around the campfire, looking at the beautiful stars, checking out shooting stars, and yeah, definitely sick having the telescope away. It's bloody awesome, such a great spot for it. So you thought we'd forget about dessert? No, we didn't. And yes, it's also space themed, like every other meal we've had on this trip. Anya, do you have the goods?
Mars bars.
We are making Anya's favourite thing.
Mars bars and batter.
Mars bars and batter. This is every time we go to a fish and chip shop, Anya likes to order Mars bars in batter. Oh, and also, while you're there, Anya, do you want to quickly hold up that Aussie Arvo patch?
Oh, yeah.
Because by the time this video comes out, we should have just gotten some more back in stock. So if you want your own Aussie Arvo patch, start your own patch collection. They were extremely popular at the 4x4 show. So yeah, get them. You can stick them on your drawers, roof, whatever. And yeah.
And the new ones, aren't they going to be even better engraved?
The new ones are even better.
Even
they're going to be woven, stitched the entire patch. So definitely jump over to aussiearvos.com.au and have a look for them.
And Patrick will give you a free Mars bar and batter with every order.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm getting the next one. That looks exactly how it should look. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I love Mars bars and batter.
Is it good?
Oh my god. I wish that we had more Mars bars. Try.
Oh yeah. How bloody good.
As the sun rose over the salt pan, we awoke to our final full day in the desert, and boy, did we have a big one planned.
All right, welcome back to our second full day in the desert. We've just woken up. Anya's come up with some very nice looking breakfasts. I have seasoned the camp oven, cleaned it up from last night, so that's all ready to go for next time. Done some fire rehabilitation on the area where we had the campfire. There was already a campfire here when we got here, so that's why I picked this spot, but I just sort of tied it up so it looks like no one was ever here. So yeah, done that. Now we're pretty much gonna have brekkie get all packed up and ready for our next spot, which yeah, today's gonna be a pretty fun day, so we've got a lot to see, so let's get right into it.
It's been almost a year since we began the rebuild on the 80 series, and it gives me the biggest smile having it out here on the tracks, doing the stuff it was designed to do. It's the ultimate tool to get to places like this.
So we've got this massive plane, it's called like rake plane, I think, but it's just so flat and just goes on forever.
And this would flood, I guess.
Maybe this gets water. I'm honestly not too sure. Maybe it was some sort of ancient lake. It's gotta be. It's just so vast. Like, you're literally the only one out here, and you wouldn't want to get stuck out here.
No.
You wouldn't want to get bogged. I mean, I got recovery boards, but even then, we'll be careful not to hit a wet patch, because yeah, it's no trees to recover from, no trees to winch me out. Oh. Liam, yeah, go Liam up. Hey, I'm just like bogged in a salt flat in the middle of nowhere. Mine coming.
Great food.
Oh, so cool, bro.
Seeing landscapes like this remind you on just how unique these places are. It's a world that feels completely alien to where we usually travel, and it makes every kilometre getting here worth it. And just up ahead was some history left from those who worked here.
Now behind me is the Nwingi gypsum hopper. Essentially they were mining gypsum out here in the early 1900s, 1930s, 1950s. They had a railway line going through here, which you would have seen that Nwingi line track that we came in on. Now they were using gypsum for, I think they used it in plaster and stuff like that, and they basically floated on their rail cars here with this big massive hopper and then take it down on the railway line all the way back down to Melbourne. So it was a big part of the industry up here at Murray Sunset. And the hopper that remains here is massive. It's actually really big when you're down here on the ground. But yeah, it just goes to show what they were doing out here. All right, so we're gonna leave the Salt Lakes and we're gonna head back into the bush. Hopefully it's a lot less windy there because it is very windy out in those lakes. It's blowing an absolute gale. So we'll head back into the bush, hopefully see some more emus and some wildlife, and head to our next spot. So once again, the desert has changed landscape, and this is literally only like maybe like 15-20k across from where the track we were doing yesterday. But this is all like a cypress pine bush landscape, and you can see how grey it all is out there, and the trees are way different. It's not like mallee scrub, it's a cypress pine, and it's just really interesting how it just changes so quickly like that. All right, and we're rolling in to Mopoke Hut, which, as I can see by all these fence posts here, it looks like it's an old cattle station hut at some point. All right, Mopoke Hut. Now, Anya actually pointed this out earlier. Let's get out of the wind. Mopoke is actually an owl, and this place was named after the Mopoke owl. But anyway, let's have a look. Have a look inside.
Oh, this is nice.
This is nice. Mopoke Hut. It's like a high country hut in the desert. Got a bed in there. Plenty of nice airflow. No windows, just mesh. How's the old stove here? Look at that. Oh look. Oh, the Henschke. Henschke. That's the track we camped on last night. The Henschke track. The Henschke boys were known throughout Australia far and wide as pickup men at rodeo. These boys know how to ride. There you go. We're out here, it's not like Queensland, where bore drains and floodplains run. It's Spinifex and Mallee, sand hills and blazing sun. Wow, so there was a fair bit of grazed land out here. Alan Henschke with the last of the wild dogs caught around Mopoke in 1940s. Look at that, old wild dogs. The story behind this hut is that it was out here when they were grazing, right? They were grazing out here, so instead of having to bring all their camping gear out every time, they built a hut, they had an oven in here, a stove, all their supplies, and then they come out here and stay in it and graze their cattle. And very similar to how the high country huts operate in the high country, right? This is just the hut when they used to graze out here, but now that it's a national park, obviously, there's no more grazing, so it's just sort of a hut for tourists to look at. But really cool. And there's a campground here as well, which looks real nice, and just all the, I'm sure you'd get some emu traffic around here.
I can't believe it's September though.
I know, it's hot, isn't it?
Hot.
It feels like bloody summer, especially that like only a week or so ago, we were up in the snow, and now we're in the middle of the desert. But that's how good Victoria is, right? That you can literally go from snow to desert, all in the one state. It's pretty bloody cool. Lunchtime at Mopoke Hut. It's absolutely blowing a gale. We found some shade, get out of that heat.
We were just saying that even though this wind is a bit crazy, at least we don't have a million fly friends with us.
Yeah, exactly right. The wind has taken all the flies in Murray Sunset and blown them to big desert or somewhere else. So yeah, that's the one positive, because Anya was not enjoying the flies yesterday.
No, they were just everywhere.
Yeah. Mate, you haven't been to Central Australia. That's next level.
They only go away when it gets dark.
After lunch, we were back on the tracks, making our way towards the southern end of the park.
More sand here. And in terms of the forward driving here, not hard, not overly hard at all. I think sand, obviously, when it's very hot, like in the hotter months, gets a bit trickier. But right now we are breezing through. We're not even in, you know, don't have the sand diff locked or anything. We just air down to 25 psi or 22 psi roughly, and then Anya's just cruising along we're not even in low range. We're just in high range, just bashing along. Like it's not boggy at all. It's very nice to get through. It's a comfortable drive. You don't need a crazy four-wheel drive to come out and do this stuff. It's all real nice, just four-wheel drive trails and stuff. A few obviously, you know, little bog holes and offshoot sections you can dive in if you want to, but majority of it's just nice tracks. What's your favourite thing about the desert so far, Anya? Probably all the wildlife. Probably
Oh
your
yeah,
favourite.
I'm really liking the lizards, but also I think because we've just come here after it's been raining, all of the flowers are just coming out. What's your favourite thing, Pat?
My favourite thing about being out here is just like, I don't know, it's so cool going from like the high country to then something like this where like the landscape's just so different, but it's just so, you know, actually my favourite thing is how little people there are
I was
out
going to
here.
say that's probably,
like,
yeah.
it's just like, we're here on a Sunday and it's just like, I haven't seen a single person. Like, not, like, so it's just kind of cool that, you know, you can go to these spots and literally have them to yourself because no one here will want to come out here. And if you do enjoy, you know, looking at your bird life or your reptiles and stuff, my God, like this place is just awesome for it.
So after climbing that last big dune, we could see the border of the park, which meant we were close to a track we wanted to check out.
Patrick is very prepared for his, how far are we walking, Patrick?
900 meters. I want to test out my new backpack.
Yeah.
All right, so we're leaving the vehicle. We are doing a walking track. It's called Mount Jess Lookout, 900 meters. Not that far, but it's a hot day. So I am carrying the group supplies on my back, water, essentials and stuff like that.
Patrick just got a new backpack from Anaconda the other day.
This is the world's smallest mountain. I think our elevation here on this mountain is only like 100 meters. Oh, here we are. Mount Jess, we made it. It's pretty windy, but behind us is a very good view of the whole Murray Sunset National Park. And of course the other way is all the farmland, which starts heading south. So yeah, I think it's worth the 900 meters if you know, you don't often get out of the car in Murray Sunset. So it's good to get out and do a bit of a walk and see what's around. Well, back to the car. So we just got service for the first time and my weather app says it's 29 degrees up here, which is crazy because we're in September and Melbourne we haven't had a day above like 15 in so long. What do you know?
I thought we're just getting really unfit and that's why we can't go up the hill.
Oh wow, there you go. And we're back. You know what I love too about, like, this is similar to big desert and stuff. You have desert, wilderness area, you know, all that stuff. And then a track, and then a farm. Literally right next to it, growing who knows what. I reckon wheat, but I'm not too sure. But it's just funny the contrast between wild desert, agriculture. There you go.
So we wound our way around the fence line until we reached the Pink Lake system, where we'll be setting up camp for the night.
All right, so I've made it to our campsite at Lake Cosby on the Pink Lake system. So awesome looking pink lakes. It should be a really nice spot. Bit of wind coming, but it'll still look pretty. And once that sun starts to set, we should get some good colors. So it'll look good. But while I've got you here, the keen-eyed viewer might have noticed that something's changed on my car. I'll actually come around this side. So previously I just ran the Ocam aluminium, you know, your standard flat rack. But now I'm running what's called their signature platform series. So essentially it can be turned into 2 roof racks in one. So you can run it as a normal roof rack where you have this backbone system and then you have a platform rack that gets bolted on top, and that gives you a flat rack and it looks really nice. They're really sleek looking things. Otherwise, if you want to mount a rooftop tent directly to it, you can actually mount it directly to the backbone using these mounting rails. So I got 3 of them under the tent, and that allows the whole system to be much lighter weight because you're not having to have a massive, you know, aluminium or steel rack on top. You're simply having these bars that go across that holds the tent directly to it, meaning the overall profile on the car, it's way lower, which just makes the whole thing look a bit sleeker. And yeah, turns out really nice. So that's a new thing. Later in the year, they should be out. But on this side, you might also seen I've got a new awning. Now this one is an awning that you might not have seen before. It's actually a hard cased awning, which I'd never seen before, but this is their Luna 270X. Hard case 270 freestanding thing. Yeah, it's worked a treat in this trip so far. And yeah, that's pretty much what's new on the car. But anyway, let's sit down, enjoy this awesome campsite, get set up. I think it's gonna be awesome colors when this sky starts to set. So yeah, can't wait to see it. Whoa, my hand's going all salty from the salt lake.
Now, we might not have got the sunset we were looking for, but Anya was making probably the best dinner of the trip. seasoned steak, coal-fired potatoes, and honey-glazed carrots made with our homemade honey.
That looks so good, Pat. Let's try it. In for this.
How good is this? Like, my God. Oh, good. Incredible. Alright, so it's the next day and it's raining. Been bucketing all night. It was blowing a gale all night. We're gonna get packed up and head over to the Salt Museum, which I wanted to check out yesterday. So go have a look at that. Now this is probably gonna be the highlight of the trip for me and for Anya. I know Anya's very excited to check out the Salt.
highlight of your trip.
Check out the Salt Museum. Have a look at this. This is the Salt Museum, dedicated to all the salt mining that was done out here on the Pink Lakes. Obviously, these are salt lakes, meaning they harvested some salt from it. It was quite a small operation they had for a while going here, and here's some history on the wall right here. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 increased demand for salt. And I guess over here is the product of a lot of that. We've got an old conveyor belt, salt harvesting equipment, and then over here we've probably got the highlight of the museum, and that is, of course, the salt itself. So this is just a big giant mound of salt that they've had piled up here. You see all in there, it's just all salt.
You can change it.
So we're just on the way out, and we've been hunting for this the entire trip and we haven't found one yet. We've finally found one. A patty melon! Oh, look at them all!
Look how many there are.
We'll cook it up tonight.
Okay, we just googled if you could eat a paddy melon because they look like you should be able to from the outside, and apparently it says they're poisonous to humans and livestock, causing symptoms like blindness in horses.
So they're bad?
So they're very bad. Yeah, apparently they crop up all throughout like disturbed area near agricultural land or roadsides.
Yep.
And apparently they're really pesky for farmers.
And I don't think they taste very good either. With everything in humans and food, you gotta trust your nose. If your nose says it's bad, if your mouth says it's bad, don't eat it. All right, so that's the end of our Murray Sunset adventure. Anya, what was your favorite part of your trip out here?
Oh, probably seeing emus, even though we didn't manage to catch them because they're too fast, and the wild goats. How about yours? Was it Saturn's rings, Patrick?
I reckon the night sky, seeing all the space, like the planets, seeing Saturn's rings, it's incredible, incredible. Absolutely loved it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as we love making it. If you want to help support the channel, head on over to AussieArvos.com.au. You can buy some merch there, get subscribed, give the video a like, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.